What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised.
The first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai are now available on Netflix after first debuting on YouTube's premium tier of content. New viewers are tuning in, and the show grows its popularity daily. If you already watched the show, chances are you noticed a few Easter eggs and connections to the original movies, but there are more than you would expect. So here are Cobra Kai 10 details you never noticed. Number 10. Tribute to the Karate Kid. After what seemed like a decade, Cobra Kai is finally available to watch on Netflix. The best news is that Season 3 is finished and will be released to Netflix in 2021. When you watch Season 1 of Cobra Kai, it's impossible not to notice the mentions of the Karate Kid movie, and this is the way the writers decided to properly pay tribute to the original movie. The great thing is that Cobra Kai has its own story, but the story will constantly remind you of Karate Kid. So guys, here's a fair warning, this video will be filled with major Cobra Kai spoilers, since we're going to look at all the Cobra Kai connections to Karate Kid. In Episode 5, the writers paid tribute to Miyagi, who was the most loved person of the film franchise, spending an episode mostly on Daniel reconnecting with his mentor and the things he learned from him makes the show better in every way. Number 9. A madman. No one is looking at Cobra Kai as if it's something new. It's quite normal to connect the Karate Kid movies to a show that attaches the franchise's central rivalry 3 decades after the fact. So it's safe to say that the show is a straight follow-up to the Karate Kid series. Well guys, you remember Johnny Lawrence's character, don't ya? At the end of the 1984 movie, there's a scene of Johnny as he ends the big match face down on a gym mat, completely defeated by Daniel LaRusso at the All-Valley Karate Tournament. Now, in Cobra Kai's opening scene, you can see Johnny face down on a messy bed, only this time is beaten by the events of life over the past 30 years. Number 8. Cruel Summer. The first episode of Cobra Kai is named Cobra Kai Never Dies, and there's a scene where Daniel LaRusso makes breakfast for his kids, whipping up a sweet mixture of butter, fruit, and chocolate chips he calls Bananarama pancakes. This is definitely a music idea from the first Karate Kid movie. Fans explained that it came out in 1984 because that involved a short period when English vocal group Bananarama was greatly popular in the United States. And their biggest hit was Cruel Summer, which you can hear in Daniel's first bicycle ride to his new school scene in The Karate Kid. This detail is very hard to notice since the song doesn't actually appear on the film's official soundtrack, but it's an interesting detail the devoted fans of Karate Kid found. The song is actually connected with The Karate Kid, as a remake of the tune was heard in a second season episode of Cobra Kai. Number 7. Hawk. The young man Eli is one of the most talented students at Johnny Lawrence's dojo in the first seasons of Cobra Kai, a character portrayed by Jacob Berstrand. But everyone calls him Hawk because of his looks, his colored hair, the 80s style haircut that was known as a mohawk. He got that hairstyle after getting some harsh love from Johnny, who helped him by teaching him to be more confident. He further assures people will call him Hawk forever by getting a tattoo of a hawk on his back. There's just one thing that viewers noticed, and it's about Hawk's appearance and his character's development. When we first saw him in Season 1, he had a scar, one that he got after surgery. He gets some jokes from Johnny for it, as he calls him Lip, and as the series continues, the scar disappears.
Lip, look, even Lip's tougher than those guys. He's no quitter.
Could you please not call me that?
At the same time that Eli switches into Hawk and becomes more self-confident. Number 6. Advertising. After the original Karate Kid movies happened, Daniel LaRusso has lived quite a normal life. He's married to Amanda, he has 2 kids, Samantha and Anthony, and he is the owner of LaRusso Auto Group, a prosperous chain of suburban Los Angeles car dealerships. Of course, he always makes room for karate, since everything was about karate in his youth. The former All-Valley Karate champion uses the martial art as a recurring bit in TV advertisements for his car lots, karate chopping sky-high prices, and agreeing to kick the competition. This appears on local television all the time, and Johnny Lawrence observes them and thinks of them as remarkably stupid. But Johnny changes his mind when he makes a TV commercial for his new Cobra Kai dojo, as he recruits karate student Aisha Robinson, Nicole Brown, to put the spot together. He tells her one thing, to place the Cobra Kai logo at the end, rendered in chrome so that it impressively pops off the screen. Now, where have we seen this thing? It looks awfully familiar. At the end of every episode of Cobra Kai, you could see a chrome Cobra Kai logo. Number 5. Old Love. Both characters, Daniel and Johnny, have lost their dojos. And it's not just their dojos, they both lost something else too, something they truly loved. The conflict between Daniel and Johnny is over a girl, Allie Mills, Elizabeth Shue. Allie was with Johnny, but she fell in love with Daniel before the end of the first movie. But in Karate Kid Part 2, she's gone. Later, Daniel takes a little Facebook investigation and finds out that Allie is a pediatric surgeon and she moved to Denver. Also, she's married to the oncologist Gregory Schwarber. So if Daniel doesn't have feelings for Allie after all this time, why would he do this? He has some feelings about her, and we know that Allie is the only person Johnny ever really connected to. When you look at this using every detail, you'll notice that Johnny's feelings are so strong that he sends a message to Allie to see if they could connect one of these days. Oh, and guys, in episode 10, you'll notice that the tournament had a poster printed of a moment from over 3 decades ago. Number 4. Poor versus Rich. The Karate Kid is way more than a movie about karate or Daniel LaRusso defeating the odds to overcome his opponent, Johnny Lawrence. The Karate Kid series are about what Daniel's son always gains at the end of each movie: dignity, respect, and honor to compensate for all the times of abuse, suffering, and humiliation. It's also an 80s movie, filled with a strong through line of class counterinsurgency. In those movies, we're often presented with the idea that rich kids are without a need and truly cruel to the kids from poor families. So, Johnny comes from a rich family and lives in a perfect household. He's evil to Daniel right away because, well, Daniel is the new kid, and he's a member of a single-parent family. And he also lives in a small, cheap apartment in the not-so-exclusive California town of Reseda. When Cobra Kai picks up the storyline more than 30 years on, things have changed. Daniel is the rich one, and Johnny lives this life of being divorced, barely getting by, and lives in a not-so-fancy neighborhood. Did you guys notice that Johnny's complex is called Reseda Heights, which means he lives almost exactly where Daniel once did? Number 3. Tommy's character. Writers saw a chance to make a remarkably detailed nod to a very memorable line from the original Karate Kid movie. As we know, 2 characters in Cobra Kai and Karate Kid are faced with a tragic story as in Cobra Kai. It was perfect for Cobra Kai to get actor Rob Garrison to make an appearance on the show in 2019, as he retired from acting and had only performed in one other project in 25 years. He portrayed the role of Tommy, one of Johnny Lawrence's Cobra Kai friends in The Karate Kid, in the opening moments of The Karate Kid Part 2. Tommy is dying, and he has only one day filled with drinking, riding motorcycles, and camping with his friends before his death. The last scene of Tommy is when his corpse is zipped into a body bag. So this is a mention to the first Karate Kid. When Johnny fights in the climactic All-Valley Karate Tournament, Tommy brutally yells, "Get him a body bag!" Unfortunately, Garrison died just a few months after his Cobra Kai appearance. Number 2. Golf and Stuff. Cobra Kai continues after the stories of The Karate Kid, directed on the replaced competition between now karate men Johnny Lawrence and Daniel LaRusso. And as we previously mentioned, both of them run karate dojos close to where they spent their teen years in the large LA urban area. This is a huge city, but the young people of the shared Karate Kid Cobra Kai universe are only patronizing one family entertainment establishment, both back in the mid-1980s and today. In The Karate Kid, Daniel goes on the perfect first date to Golf and Stuff with Allie, a real putt-putt course and gaming arcade placed in Norwalk, California. They spent their time on activities like air hockey, bumper boats, bumper cars, and soda drinking. Now what we saw in Cobra Kai is that Johnny also took Allie on their first date to Golf and Stuff. Golf and Stuff then shows up in Cobra Kai when Miguel takes out Daniel's daughter, Samantha. So many references. Number 1. The cast. We saw a majority of cast members of the original The Karate Kid movies appear in the first 2 seasons of Cobra Kai. Let's start with Martin Kove appearing as the presumed dead Kreese to motivate Johnny. Then Randy Hadler appears as Daniel's mother, Lucille LaRusso. But something's missing. One character that we needed and still need to see is Allie. We may not get to see her in Cobra Kai, but her presence is powerfully felt everywhere. Daniel and Johnny tell and dissect their love triangle from years ago, and as we mentioned, Daniel finds out that Allie became a pediatric surgeon and moved to Denver with her husband, all from a little Facebook investigation. However, there's one detail in one of the final shots of Season 2 that not so many people noticed. The screen of Johnny's phone is showing a friend request from Allie Mills Schwarber. She does appear quickly on camera in a photo captured in the 80s. It also sits in the trophy case at Johnny's old high school. We end our video here, guys. Which of these details is the most interesting to you? Also, is there some amazing reference we've missed? Let us know in the comment section below. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing videos such as this. Thanks for watching!